Person A just finished a 3-minute cold plunge, took their peptide shot, sat in the infrared sauna for 20 minutes, and swallowed 6 supplements before breakfast. Person B slept 5 hours, skipped their workout again, ate fast food twice today, and hasn't had a blood pressure check in 3 years. Here's the twist. Person A and Person B are often the same person. We are living in the most health-optimized era in human history, and somehow also one of the unhealthiest. So today, we're going inside the body to show you, visually, why that gap exists and which habits are actually rebuilding your physiology versus which ones are just decoration on top of a shaky foundation. Let's get into it. Cold plunges, saunas, red light panels, peptides, nootropics, continuous glucose monitors on people who don't have diabetes. None of these are scams. Several of them have real, measurable effects on inflammation, circulation, or recovery, and we've covered some of them on this channel. The problem isn't the tools. The problem is sequencing. Think of your body like a house. These optimization tools are the paint color, the light fixtures, the smart thermostat. Cool upgrades, but if the foundation underneath has cracks, none of that stops the walls from splitting. So let's actually look at the foundation. Here's what's happening inside your body with the 5 things that move the needle more than almost anything else, and none of them require a subscription box. Zoom into a blood vessel. When you move even briskly, walking, the inner lining called the endothelium releases nitric oxide. That single molecule relaxes and widens your vessels, lowers blood pressure, and improves blood flow to every organ downstream. Now zoom into a muscle cell during resistance training. Micro tears form in the muscle fibers, and over the next 48 hours, satellite cells fuse to those fibers to rebuild them slightly thicker and stronger. That's not just aesthetics. That's more metabolically active tissue, which means better blood sugar control around the clock, not just during your workout. Skip movement for weeks and we see the reverse. Vessels stiffen, insulin sensitivity drops, and muscle tissue starts breaking down faster than it rebuilds. You don't need to become an athlete. 2 to 3 days of resistance work and 2 to 3 days of cardio done consistently for years will do more for your cardiovascular and metabolic system than almost any gadget on the market. Follow a bite of food into your gut. Your gut lining is a single cell layer thick in most places, and it's covered in trillions of bacteria that ferment fiber into short-chain fatty acids, compounds that reduce inflammation and help regulate your immune system from the inside out. Feed that ecosystem mostly ultra-processed food, and the bacterial diversity narrows. Feed it a wide variety of plants, proteins, and whole foods, and that diversity, which researchers increasingly link to metabolic and immune health, tends to expand. There's no single perfect diet here. Whether you eat more like a Mediterranean, a higher protein, or a plant-forward pattern, the same underlying principles apply. Mostly whole foods, a balance of protein, fat, and carbohydrate that matches your activity level, and an amount of total energy that matches what your body actually burns. While you're asleep, your brain runs a cleaning cycle. The space between brain cells widens, and cerebrospinal fluid flushes through, clearing out metabolic waste products that built up during the day, including proteins linked to long-term cognitive decline when they accumulate. At the same time, your pituitary gland releases growth hormone in pulses, driving tissue repair, and your immune system produces cytokines that help fight off whatever you were exposed to that day. Cut sleep to 5 or 6 hours repeatedly, and that cleaning cycle gets cut short. That's why chronic short sleep shows up in the research linked to worse blood sugar control, higher blood pressure, and slower recovery even in people who are otherwise doing everything else right. Your brain isn't separate from the rest of this. When you're under chronic stress, your adrenal glands keep pumping out cortisol. In short bursts, that's useful. It's why you can react fast in an emergency. But kept elevated for weeks or months, cortisol starts working against you. It raises blood sugar, suppresses immune signaling, and disrupts the exact sleep cycle we just described. That's the loop that makes mental health so foundational. Poor stress management doesn't just feel bad, it actively undermines your sleep, your food choices, and your motivation to move. Last one, and it's the least glamorous: knowing your numbers. High blood pressure, high blood sugar, and high cholesterol can all quietly reshape your blood vessels for years, thickening artery walls, narrowing the space blood flows through without a single symptom. By the time symptoms show up, that process has often been running for a decade. An annual physical with basic blood work is the cheapest, least exciting tool on this entire list, and it's often the one that catches a problem while it's still reversible. None of this means skip the cold plunge or throw out your supplements. It means build the house first movement: food, sleep, stress management, and knowing your numbers, and then let the extras be exactly that: extras. If seeing your body work like this helps it click, that's what we do here every week. Subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Educational content only, not a substitute for personalized medical advice. Viewers should consult a physician regarding their individual health needs.